Yeah, are you single?
Sorry?
Are you single? Like not married?
No, 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 no.
You're married?
No,
No?
no,
Single?
no,
All
no,
right.
no.
Yeah, really nice meeting you. Do you have Instagram by any chance? All right, perfect.
Tell us about that first time we went out and kind of what you experienced. What are some things you learned that have improved your cold approach now?
Yeah, absolutely. So you really did up my game in cold approach. So before my cold approach game was a little bit iffy because I would kind of just like go from the back, kind of startle the girls. Go from the side, kind of startle the girls. But
Mm-hmm.
with your coaching, I now know to really make sure to go right in front of the girl in a natural way, right,
There we go.
and really set the frame and really start to not sound so high energy, right? Super fast. So I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to calm myself down, trying to tone things down a little bit so I sound much more natural, so I don't sound
Hmm.
too panicky. Because
Yeah.
before coaching, I really did sound kind of like I was kind of panicking a little bit because it was like all the hormones were like really spiking, right? It's just like the fight or flight mode, right?
Right.
But with you now, um, things I have a conscious effort to really slow things down, make things more calm. So that's really what's helped a lot, and especially pulling up the translator now. So you said before,
Yeah. Yeah.
my opener is "Excuse me, do you speak English?" A lot of times,
Perfect.
if the girl did not say yes or C, right, I speak English, I would just that's just a lost lead, right? But
For
now
sure.
I can talk with her with the translator with the DBL translator that you recommended. So
Yeah.
that's definitely something that's helped improve my game a lot.
Nice.
So yeah.
Dating without being able to speak your native tongue can do, it can actually heighten things a lot because you're not relying on your vocals and your verbals. You're really relying on your energy and your flow, your vibe, and really building that sexual chemistry. So I think for guys that are nervous about coming down because they don't know Spanish, know that you can have an amazing dating life without needing to speak their native tongue. Of course, you want to learn it over time, and obviously both Joels here are working on our Spanish. But I've been seeing a girl now for a couple months, and she doesn't speak English. She's starting to take lessons. I've been taking Spanish lessons, but we have a really great connection, and it's through the translator because we've just learned to vibe in other ways. What are some of your goals now going through with cold approach?
I'm trying to go out at least once or twice a week to do cold approach now to really kind of nail this down.
Hmm.
And because practice makes perfect, right? So right
Hmm.
now I only have a few hundred approaches under my belt, so I'm not a complete beginner, but of course I'm
Yep.
not advanced yet. So I really gotta just consciously slow down my talking, and definitely I'm trying to extend my talking. So before I
Hmm.
was only really talking with girls during cold approach for maybe 30 seconds at best, and now I'm trying to consciously minimum get it to 2 to 5 minutes. That's really where
Nice,
I want to be
nice.
at because that is kind of like like you said, it was kind of like it's kind of like a mini date for the girls,
Yeah.
so the girl can see that you're not like some kind of creep or some kind of weird person, right? So
Right.
so really talking to them so you can show them that you're a noble person, you're a noble guy, right?
Yeah.
So that's really what I'm trying to do right now. Just trying to cold approach 1 or 2 times per week. Just trying to slow down my talking 25 to 50% consciously, and definitely trying to get in front of the girls 100% of the time instead of going from the back, startling the girls, going from the side,
Yeah.
startling the girls. That
For
that
sure.
uh, that has not worked very well in my history of cold approaching. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like I think safety, like with cold approach, you have 20 seconds to really hook their attention. And if the first thing they think of you is like, what the fuck? Like that's not like the way you want to start off. When you have been extending your conversations, what have you noticed in terms of her, vibe, her energy?
The girl definitely gets a lot more comfortable talking to you after
Yeah.
I'd say a minute or so. So
Yes.
when you start talking with a girl, if it's just let's say 15 30 seconds, like the really short conversations, the girl is kind of like always kind of tensed up during that time. So
Hmm.
she doesn't really get very comfortable with you during that time. But after the minute of talking with you a little bit, she'll start to her tensing levels will start to kind of reduce, so she'll
Hmm.
become more comfortable talking with you. And if she's more comfortable talking with you, that means it's easier to get the Instagram or number. That means it's easier to set up a date after. It's just much easier just to talk with her after because she's a lot more comfortable with you. So that's what I've noticed. Definitely, the girl's just getting a lot more comfortable talking with me,
Nice.
and it's just a lot easier to communicate after because she's already more comfortable with you instead of kind of just tensed up all the time for the 15, 30 seconds, just quick in and out.
Sure.
So yeah.
What was your experience like in the States, especially being an Asian guy? I'm very curious.
I never really had like too much difficulty, but it was definitely the girls would make things more difficult for me. If I would try to go on a date, some girls would try to make things more difficult for me when I would text them, they would take a long time to text back, for example. Or if I would try to set up a date, they would give a lot of excuses, right? And if I was trying to get some numbers, even with cold approach, a lot of girls would just show like really bad attitudes, right? But in Mexico City, it's kind of just like flipped. So now the girls show me like really great attitudes, right? Respond to my text instantly, right? And when I do cold approach, most of the time the girls give really upbeat attitudes, right? So it's just a lot easier. The girls here definitely aren't as difficult as in the States.
Joel, last question for you. Any tips you would give new guys starting out with cold approach, or maybe even guys that have been doing it for a while and just aren't getting the results that they really want?
Yeah, so I would say at the start for me, the biggest obstacle for cold approach was definitely the social anxiety. So like I was thinking like the worst possible scenarios, the police will come like, tackle me down in the United States, but it's really not that bad. And if the worst the girl can say is no. So I really just want to tell my old self, like, don't be so scared of approaching that girl. She'll forget you in probably like tomorrow. She'll forget you, bro. So like, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. If you do get her number, if you do get her Instagram, that's really great. So it's like kind of all upside, no downside. And I haven't had any like really bad like experience so far from cold approach. So
Nice.
so it's really not that bad. I would just say go do it. Just go out once or twice a week. Try to set a like kind of a routine schedule, and just try to get at it. Slow down and try to approach girls from the front because you don't want to start over. Yeah.
You will experience fear. However, the more you do it, the more you face it, the less it'll become. And the more comfortable you'll be, the more comfortable girls will be. And it is really a process. So if you are somebody that is struggling with your cold approach and or just looking to get into this field a little bit and start to go out and meet some women on your own, overcome that social anxiety. A lot of you guys are successful guys, and what we find with guys we work with is they're not happy with the fact that they can go crush it in business and make a ton of money. But then when they go walk down the street and they see the 10 out of 10. So I want to help you guys get to that spot to where no matter who you see, no matter where they are, you're able to go and make an interaction, potentially build a relationship from a simple, hey, how's it going, right? You can fill out an application with us down below in the description for a chance to work with us personally. We'll go over application and see if you are a good fit for us and if we're a good fit for you. What I teach, in particular with cold approach, is going to translate no matter where you are in life, if you're in the United States, if you're in Europe, or if you're coming down to Mexico. These skills are transferable.